Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Washington Huskies. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will take the field first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity.
There he goes. Got enough for the first down and wants more. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line. Quarterback keeps it. The margin for error is so small in this conference, it's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
So the Washington Huskies offense has the ball for the first time. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football. But we can't turn it over. Just those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Second down, they'll go to the air. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got his man. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the defense got him at the 27. And Ohio State makes a ton of highlights with the big pass plays, but this defense has turned in its share over the years too.
So many guys that we could go back. The Bosa brothers, Chase Young, just recently, the guys that they put their hand in the dirt and they go make things happen, get after quarterbacks like you see right here.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. To the air on 2nd down. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun. Wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Buckeyes send out the punt unit. A low line drive and short kick. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Rush is on him. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Motion from the wide receiver. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down will be the last resort. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Washington sends out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch at the 45. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Leaves it with the back. Powers through the defender. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Toss to the outside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. The quick out. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. Going to swing it on 2nd down. He's got him. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the 4th time today. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Really effective concept against the zone there, and it helps all the more, David, when you have a tight end that can get downfield.
No doubt. Take your tight end, put him in the slot, makes it easier, better matchup. Now he's got a good corner route. You can tell, sticks his foot in the ground, quarterback puts it up there. Know he's got zone, know he's got the big fella. He goes up, catches the football, makes the big game.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Zings it complete to the right. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. This crowd knows when to bring it. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Tries to get it on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down. Off-play action on 1st down. Got his man downfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. On the ground, it's Lee. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. The Huskies are on the move. They'll run it. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last round.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Take the return out of the equation in this rainy weather. Fair catch is signaled for and made. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. On the run, it's Lee. And the ball's loose in the backfield. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Here's the handoff. Got the first down and more. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give out of the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
Washington sends out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Duff. And he's brought down after a nice gain. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Keeps it on the draw. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Off the play fake. He's got it down the middle. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. We've reached the end of the 1st quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Quarterbacks and receivers have got to be on the same page with respect to hot routes and sight adjustments. And those always happen when DBs come blitzing and they come running free like that. You can't put that one on the offensive line. That's on the QB and his receiver not being on the same page.
The Buckeyes will call on their punt team. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Touchdown, Ohio State. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. LSU had a dominant win, the kind the folks in Baton Rouge were used to in 2019 when Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson led the Tigers to a national title. Talk about a special team.
Pocket breaking down.
An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Here's a heat. Makes the grab. It's Burt. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They'll leave it with the lone back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. And the Huskies can really attack on this second and short. The give to the back. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. They'll try to sneak it.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision a quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get before.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Lee. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Takes it on the return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down. He's got an open man. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. This guy makes it look easy, just like a lot of recent Ohio State quarterbacks have.
Man, you can set your watch by these guys. I mean, whether it's C.J. Stroud, Justin Fields, I mean, we can keep going back year after year. They always got a really good signal caller that you can really depend on to make big plays.
Fires complete on the crosser. The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. He'll keep it himself. He stopped at the 32-yard line, pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll be a 1st down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Hand off from the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those 1st downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in 1st downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple 1st downs together. Get one of those long drives going.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Going to the running game. Shoots his way for more. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. The Buckeyes line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Trying to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Bringing the heat. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes the grab right down the middle. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The give to the tailback. Plows through the defense.
I think a lot of running backs kind of gravitate towards that sideline. They want to bounce. They want to get out wide. When a lot of times I think you want to just stick that foot in the ground at some point and just say, I get back to the line of scrimmage. I get 2 yards. Make it something positive instead of, stringing it out, stepping out of bounds, and it being a negative play like it was there.
The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks, that's just ridiculous.
They'll play it safe and try for 3. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. And it's right down the boulevard. Now the lead is down to 11.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Handoff to the single running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Huskies.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Well, the good news news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Punt is on its way. Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. He'll start this drive firing. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Foster. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4. And the Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Burke. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tight end now in motion. Handoff to the lone back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Going to take a shot at this DB. Looking for the goal line.
And on the defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Second and goal for the offense. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Washington.
You get near the goal line, more big bodies come in, everybody gets condensed. This offense says, forget that. We're going to get on the perimeter right now. Get it to our fast guy. He gets around the corner, and he gets in the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Syracuse is currently ahead in this one, but I don't see Jim Brown or Ernie Davis or even Donovan McNabb out there. This team has struggled to pull away. They're up by a field goal over Duke. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered.
Breaks into the open. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Trying to seal the edge on the right. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Hunt is on its way. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Going right to work up top. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
It is hard to continue to get up and get up and get up like he has, being sacked time after time again. But this QB, this offense, they're undeterred. They're continuing to put drives together, and most importantly, they're winning the football game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Washington sends out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Looking downfield on first down. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Right on the money. Open space at the 25. Oh, he's got some space. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down. The Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give on the option. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Catch in the middle. It's Burke. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Back to pass on 2nd down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Here's the pressure. It's a fumble. Offense scoops it up and still going. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking deep down the right side. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He'll take another shot here. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great scene today in Seattle. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. And with that, let's head back to the gorgeous Pacific Northwest and the fellas at UW.
We're just about ready to start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Pressure coming. stands in and takes the hit. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The play action fake. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the defense gets loose, bringing the Heat, and down he goes again.
This poor quarterback has been running for his life. He has never been able to get his feet set, stare downfield, and try and pick this defense apart because he's constantly throwing with pressure in his face.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Wants to bring it back. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll run it from the gun. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Makes the catch. Turning it on. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Leaves it with the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Just going to keep it after the snap. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. Lead now 7 here in the 3rd quarter.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got him downfield. And the runner is down, and so is the flag. They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. Rides the back and leaves it. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. The Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Finds his big tight end. Snowed under by the defense. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
Washington sends out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And then third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Connection to the right. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. To the air on 1st down. Under fire. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They'll leave it with him. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. From the gun. Throws for the tight end. Got a man in the middle. Stumbled to the ground. The Buckeyes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They're looking for an advantage to the right. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. They'll power it inside with the fullback. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. And the Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Gets it past the marker. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a 1st down.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Quarterback on the keeper. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. The Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll give it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. Makes the grab on the shuffle. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This crowd rising up, sensing that his defense needs some help. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's complete. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. This this offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The screen, and watch out. And this one will be stopped for no gain. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Let's it fly. And he will score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Marshall is ahead right now in Huntington, but that's not exactly Randy Moss out there controlling this game. Things are a long way from being over. They're up by 4 over ULM. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Didn't help themselves much on 1st down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 20. Back to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick handoff. Can't get him to the ground.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Runs through the tackle. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Going for the marker on the ground. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. And the Huskies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Leaves it with the running back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Rushes on him. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He splits the uprights. Now the lead is down to 11. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They go to the ground. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. Solid pick up a 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. down. He'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man to the left. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with a first down. To the ground with the back. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. The Buckeyes in a good spot here with second and short. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Still running at the 40. There he goes. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
And the Buckeyes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Read option, and he'll keep it running right. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice first down sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. That's caught. It's Burton. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Washington sends out the punt team. He'll take it on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. Wants to go up top. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Got his man in the middle. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play. The Buckeyes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. From the gun, the ground game. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Pocket breaking down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, how about the offense, man? You run a little play action. I can just tell you, 3rd and long, as a pass rusher, I'm going to get the quarterback. I don't care about the play action. I'm not biting on it, and neither did the defense.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes a move. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your...
Makes the grab inside the 30. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. He'll keep it himself. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. 2nd down. They'll go to the air. Immediately fires to the middle. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks. They'll go to the toss. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Caught in the backfield. It's Duff. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. It'll be 3rd and long. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Syracuse picked a bad day to have a bad day. The once proud tradition Dick McPherson built there in central New York, we're a long way from that right now. They're trailing by 15 to Duke. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Pulls it in. It's Foster. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drummed. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go wrong.
The Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Now facing a 3rd and long. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Man, I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Motion from the wideout. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Power football with the run. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And with that TD, this team looking to go 4-0. Just how you want to start a season, man. They've done an unbelievable job answering all the questions, starting off the year just how you want to. Now, keep it going. Keep that momentum. Don't relax. What a start to the season.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Wants to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. So now it's 2nd and long. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
Paid for this. Washington sends out the punt team.
In punt formation to kick it away.
And the returner will be brought down. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not, and that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.